starting up, it's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stork fighting! Okay, come on, Stork. Let's see a better performance now, and let's hope he can regain his confidence and pull out a decent win here versus Iris. And Stork in pink, so maybe pink will be his lucky color today. Iris is in teal at the 8 o'clock position, and Stork is in pink, or if you prefer purple, at the 5 o'clock position. So the starting positions are definitely interesting. I'm not sure exactly how these positions affect the balance of the game. Definitely, a lot of the games I've seen, players in the starting position that Stork has had have lost the game. So that is something that definitely plays into the game. Definitely there is a factor. There is a relatively short push distance. I feel a cross-map position would have been much more beneficial for Stork. The push distance from Iris's main to Stork's main isn't that large on this map, but there are a lot of places along that way. Well, actually, no, it is quite long. But there are the more important thing is that there are a lot of places along the way where Stork can flank Iris's army and take it out by virtue of doing that. But I think the important thing here is for Stork, and Stork scouting very early. And again, as I've said, I do feel that's a hallmark of a great player, especially of a great Protoss player, is that they scout very early, and that's something that Bisu does. And when he didn't do it versus Flash, he paid the price for it. Both the times when he didn't do it, he paid the price for it. So this is something that is definitely a hallmark of Stork's play, and unfortunately he's scouting counterclockwise, so Iris might very well have his ramp blocked by the time that probe gets around, because it's a long trip. He has to go all the way to the top right corner, then all the way back and around into the main at the 11 o'clock position. And Stork does look like he's going for a more standard strategy on this occasion. He started up his gateway, and I would anticipate that he would probably start up a Nexus after that, and go for standard 1 gateway into Nexus build, which is I think what he needs to do. Iris just starting up his barracks. He hasn't started up his refinery yet, so it'll be interesting to see what Iris is going to do here, because Iris is starting up his refinery, so Iris is going for a tech build as well. And Stork looks like he's taken his assimilator as well, so excuse me, so both players with a similar build, and I anticipate Stork to put up that Nexus next, probably, and I would guess that Iris would probably put up his command center, I would say, after his first factory. So it looks like we are going to see a standard game, and this is, I believe, what Stork is best at. I believe this is his strength. This is what he is best at in a standard game, and let's see. But unfortunately for him, this is also what Iris is best at. So both players playing to their strengths in this matchup versus each other. We don't have a case where we've got a player who likes to be more innovative, like perhaps Boxer, versus a player who is more standard. So it definitely is a matchup of players who prefer to have a standard style of play, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Recently I feel we've had too much of the cheating, especially in some of the MSL matches. There's just been too many rushes and all that, and probably Monty Hall has had a large part to play that. And even though I said I wouldn't rant, I managed to slip that in there, so there you go. But just looking at Stork's poster for anyone who wants to sync, I think it is a little bit annoying that they don't show the timer. And finally Stork's probe is going to get around. I'm not sure if Iris has blocked that ramp off or not, or whether Stork's going to be able to get in and scout. Stork has actually put up that cybernetics core as well, so Iris has got a marine there, so Stork is not going to be able to scout. Unfortunate for Stork, even though he sent that probe out so early in the game, he's not going to have the benefit, he's not going to get the benefit of getting the tactical information on his opponent's base, and that is unfortunate for Stork. The only consolation is that he's probably going to be able to block his ramp off as well by the time Iris gets around to his base. And Stork has not yet produced anything. He needs to get a Dragoon out quickly and block that ramp before that Marine comes around and actually scouts his base. So Iris actually pulling that Marine back, so he's actually not sending that Marine out to scout. That's a little bit silly of him. And Iris not expanding at all. I thought he would go for an expansion after his first factory. Iris is actually going for 2 factories straight away, so he's not expanding yet. It looks like Iris does want to finish this game sooner rather than later. Stork also has not chosen to expand, and Stork is going for a tech build so far in this game. And Iris now sending that SCV out. I'm not sure if that's going to be used to set up an expansion, or if he's just using it to scout in the other direction. It does look like he's just sending it out to scout in another direction. I'm not sure why Iris is doing that. He must know by now where Stork's base is by process of elimination, and Iris just sending that SCV out, and maybe he's going to set up an expansion in the north of his base, hoping that Stork would be less likely to do a Reaver drop there. So this will be interesting to see. Iris's SCV just going towards that base at the 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock position, and I'm not sure what Iris is trying to achieve with that SCV. So that's definitely an interesting choice of strategy by Iris. Both players going for a tech build here. Neither player has chosen to expand as of yet, and Stork does have a probe hidden, beautifully hidden on that little hill there. But obviously, if you go across that hill, you can see it on the radar. So, but if you're below the hill, that you might easily miss that probe. So that's brilliant by Stork. And it just buffered for half a second there. So hopefully it didn't throw me too much out of sync with you guys. And I'm just watching the 2 Marines. They have found the probe. The 2 Marines found the probe. So Iris equal to the task, and that SCV is not going to be able to get into Stork's base and scout, and that SCV finally dies. So sorry guys, why I am behind. I mean, I think the OSL should also be considered prestigious because I like their format more. I like the format where they show one game from each matchup in the quarterfinal stage, in all the matchups each day, and I think that's cool because you get a lot more variety of games and it keeps the suspense up for longer. And my stream has buffered 3 times in a row already, so it's really annoying. I must be miles behind. I'm just seeing Stork about to start up an expansion at his natural expo, and Iris is ready to push out. Iris is ready to push out. I guess Iris was just scouting for kind of a hidden proxy tech with that SCD. I didn't realize that's what he was trying to do. And Stork has just started up his Nexus, and Iris is pushing out with those Dragoons and those Vultures. So Iris doing exactly what he did in the last game. His strategy has not wavered at all. Stork has got that observatory up for. Stork is going to have a difficult time defending this because he has chosen to go for that Nexus and because he is teching at this point in time, and that ramp is a beautiful place to siege from, and Stork is going to find it difficult to defend this. Iris is going to be able to set up a contain here, and this is one of the reasons why I do feel this is a difficult position on this map. That ramp just outside that base is ideal for Terran sieging, and we have seen it employed in that purpose before. And Iris with a massively superior force on the ground, and he's also spending up spider mines to cut off Stork's retreat, and Stork's Dragoons in trouble here. Stork trying to micro those Dragoons back, and Stork has lost 2 of his Dragoons already. This might be GG right here. Brilliant play by Iris. Stork has lost 3 Dragoons. Iris's main force still intact. Stork, oh my god, Stork not doing anything at all here, and now he's going to be contained in his main, and that Nexus is going to get taken down. Iris didn't even need to use that ramp, and unfortunately Stork's strategy once again playing into Iris's hands, and Iris manages to take that Dragoon out. Stork forced to bring out his probes to fight, and Stork, really, you can see the look on his face. He's going to go out of the OSL. That was short and sweet by Iris. Brilliant play by him. Unfortunate for Stork, disaster for Stork, but you've got to feel that after this exchange, he is going to go out. He's losing all of his probes. Iris with the 2-fact build, persisting with that 2-fact build in all 3 games, and it has paid off for him, playing a standard matchup and just overpowering Stork. And you've got to wonder, you know, Stork has looked so dominant versus Terran players, and yet Iris is making this look easy. Iris is making this look like it takes him no effort to pull off these victories. And yet Stork has had such a difficult time versus Terran players, and this time Stork doesn't have to have that extra expansion that he had on Hitchhiker to rely on, so that push distance obviously not enough. Stork didn't buy himself enough time. I think if he had positioned his Dragoons and slowed Iris down a little bit better, he might have had time, but he did go for that expansion assuming Iris would do the same. He didn't know that Iris was doing that, and GG, Stork goes out. Brilliant play by Iris, and that was an underwhelming performance by Stork. It was almost the way Firebat Hero played versus Stork yesterday, that Stork played versus Iris, and I just don't understand why that has happened. Iris obviously is ecstatic, and he deserves to be a deserved victory, and he deserves to go to the next round. Brilliant play by Iris, great StarCraft. And the third match was quite short, I guess, but it was well played by Iris. I was hoping for more of a contest. I was hoping that Stork would have put up a better fight. I just don't understand how Stork could... And I want to see actually who's giving Iris that hug there. Is that Savior? No, it's not. I don't know who that was. But anyway, brilliant play by Iris, completely dominating Stork. And I just don't understand what Stork did there. I guess the fact is that he wasn't aware that push was coming. He scouted early and then he just stopped scouting, and so he was caught completely by surprise. He just assumed Iris was going to build an expo the same time as him, and that assumption cost him. So well played by Iris, and Savior, I guess it was Savior, I'm being told, that congratulated Iris, and I guess Savior will be happy that the person who defeated him has made it into the finals, his teammate. So, and Iris, I think it is overdue a final. So unfortunately, Stork out of the OSL, but he will have consolation for the fact that he is still in the MSL, and I'm sure he will bring his A game to his matchup versus Bisu on the final next Saturday. That was kind of short, guys. We're finished quite early today, so I hope you guys enjoyed those games anyway, and I'm glad we've gotten the sound and technical issues out of the way. I did have a little bit of lag in that game, and I hope that didn't put me too much out of sync with you guys. But yeah, I've got to agree with losing ID 8. I do feel very good for Iris. You've got to feel that he's earned this after such a long time, and he has been a consistent performer. He's a great player, so it's good to see him in the finals. You feel bad for Stork, but I think to a large extent he's got only himself to blame. His choices of strategy in both Game 1 and Game 2 were poor, and in Game 3 he didn't scout. So Stork showing an unusual lapse of concentration and making mistakes that he couldn't do, that you wouldn't expect him to make normally. So Iris goes through, well played. We'll look forward to him in the final, and I'll see you guys next game for the next matchup between GG Play and Wason, and I think that's next Friday, so I'll see you guys for that. Again, I'm not sure that I'm not sure if I'll be able to cast the final of the MSL on Saturday. I'm really sorry about that. I am expected to spend the time with the wife, but I will beg and plead to to be able to cast on the Saturday, and hopefully she will let me. I'll make sure she has a really nice time this weekend and all of next week.